In this episode, I want to give you 5 ways that you can keep your customers or teammates from quitting or stop ordering from you. These are things that I wish I would have known a long time ago in my career because it is way easier, about 10 times easier, to keep a current customer ordering and reordering than it is to go out there and get a new one. And it's time to stop filling that bucket full of holes. Welcome to episode 209. My name is Tanya Aliza, and I help entrepreneurs and network marketers create success fast while most importantly designing a lifestyle that you love. So if you're new here, consider subscribing because I put out a brand new episode each and every week for you and your business. And make sure to check the show notes below because I leave a bunch of additional awesome bonuses and resources that I might not talk about in the episode, but go perfectly with the episode. So make sure to check out the show notes. So my philosophy in business is treat your business like a business and it will pay you like a business versus a hobby. So real business owners track everything that it is that they do. So when we get a new customer, we track where they're at in their customer journey with you. When we get a new teammate, we track where they're at in the onboarding journey with us. Same for customers. So what I want to do is I want to go over 5 ways, like I said in this video, on how to retain your customers and your teammates, keep them from quitting, keep them from stopping their orders, because we don't want that to happen, right? But I also want to equip you with something extra special. I want to give you my tracking sheet. So you guys know in each episode of Tanya Aliza TV, if you tune in each week, I like to equip you with a free resource that you can download and use in your business. So this week, since we're talking about how to retain customers and teammates and how to track them inside of their onboarding process, I want to give you my customer/team retention chart. So what these are little scorecards that I've created, almost like a recipe scorecard that I use for each one of my new customers and each one of my new teammates. So I can track where they're at in the process so we don't lose where anybody's at and I don't let anything slip through the cracks because I want to get them to keep ordering and I also want to keep them happy. I want to show up as my best for them. And when it comes to new teammates, I want to make sure that I am delivering everything that they need to succeed without overwhelming them. So if you want this tracking chart that I use in my business and you can modify it and make it your own or keep it just the way it is, you can head over to tanyaaliza.com/209 and pick that up. If you're already on the blog post right now, there'll be a big yellow button right below this video where you can click and request free access to my tracking chart. And if you're on my YouTube channel, my Instagram, Facebook, or wherever else, then we'll leave a link in the description area of where you're watching this video that will take you directly to the blog where you can pick up my chart. So let's get into it. So one of the ways you are going to retain customers and teammates, keep them from quitting, is to keep track and have a tracking schedule with them. So a check-in schedule. And so you'll see this on my tracker where we check in at various different points of where they're at in the process with us. And these are to serve different purposes. Now, you can also automate this with one of my favorite tools called ManyChat. Now, if you guys don't know what ManyChat is, it is kind of like a AI robot, if you will, where it automates everything through Facebook Messenger. So basically you can set up a series of maybe 10 different messages that serve 10 different purposes on the check-in. And once your new customer, new teammate opts in to get those messages will go out on autopilot periodically on how you set them up. In the show notes, I'll make sure to leave a resource for you to learn more about ManyChat and how you can get it working for your business. Or you can also just do this manually. No matter how you do it, you just want to make sure that you do it. Part of that would be checking in when they receive their order. So you're going to actually set yourself a reminder and a timer to check in with them when you know that they're going to about receive their order. And you want to make sure that they got their order, it was the right order, and they're happy and satisfied with the shipping process. If you're onboarding a new teammate, you want to check in with them and make sure that they've gone through the getting started instructions that you sent them, and you want to make sure that they're comfortable with the process. Mostly, they're going to need to know, what websites they're sharing, what the process is for sharing the products, what the process is for sharing the business. So you want to work with them diligently to make sure that they're comfortable with the process. Because if they're not comfortable with the process, they're not going to be implementing the process. So we have to make sure that we're checking in with them and asking them, hey, are you comfortable with the process? So these are all things when you're creating that chart and that schedule that you want to make sure are present. And I show you more on my chart that I'm giving away for free with this episode. So make sure to get it. Number 2, plug them in to the community ASAP. So you want to get them around other people that are having success, either success with the product, success with the business. You want to get them seeing the vision of what they just became a part of as bigger than just you and your new customer or you and your new teammate. So put them inside of your Facebook group, get them introduced to some other people inside of the company, your upline, sideline, downline, team chats. Make sure that they know when the team call is and they have that scheduled inside of their cell phone. So they've set themselves a reminder so they don't miss it. You have to keep your customers and your teammates around the campfire if you want to keep them warm and not let them go cold and quit on themselves. Number 3, keep sharing testimonials and success stories. So you know how we typically do this before somebody joins? It's also really important to do this after somebody joins because you have to keep the belief level up that the thing that they just ordered or the business that they just joined works and it works for other people. Again, keeping them around the campfire. So not only do I just share the success stories to get them in, I'm sharing the success stories to get them committed also when they're in and keep the belief up. ManyChat is also a really great tool. If you can set these messages to go out periodically, you might throw in a couple of testimonials and success stories into the mix that periodically sends them those messages through Messenger that shares these stories and experiences on autopilot for you. Number 4, get them to a company event. Right? Every single network marketing company has events that they do either twice a year or 4 times a year, at the very least 1 time a year. Make sure that they have that scheduled and planned inside of their calendar and inside of their schedule. I will tell you, hands down, being in network marketing for over a decade now, that the people that show up to the events do not quit. There is a high probability that if they are not going to the events, that they are going to quit. And this is just something I've learned over my many years of being in network marketing. The people that I can get committed to come to an event, there's a higher chance of them sticking with the business, sticking with ordering the products, than if they miss the event altogether. Number 5, and probably one of the most important, get them a result as fast as possible. So you want to work with your new customer closely within the first 30 days. You want to work with your new teammate closely within the first 30 days. You want to help them get a result. If they get a result, they feel accomplished and they're more likely to stick with it, okay? All right, simple enough. 5 ways to keep your customers engaged and keep them from quitting their orders or teammates quitting the business. Now, please make sure to pick up the free resource that goes with today's episode because it's a great chart and checklist for you for each one of your new customers and teammates. And you can pick that up and you can see exactly what I do with my new customers and teammates every time one comes on board. You can pick that up at TanyaAliza.com/209. Question of the week. Do you have any great tips or strategies that you implement with your new customers or teammates to help them keep going, to keep them from quitting? I would love to hear about what you're doing that's working in the comment section below. Share away. And make sure to check the show notes that go with this episode below in the description area of wherever you're watching this video. I'm going to leave some additional resources and bonuses and cool things that will help you crush it in your business. So, did you get some value out of today's episode? I truly hope that you did. If you did, and you know anybody else that would find value in it as well, make sure to share this with them. Smash the thumbs up, give it a like, share it with your communities. I'd be most grateful that you did. And I'll see you on the next episode of Tanya Aliza TV.